We are live and in full effect right here on YouTube. Today, we're going to do something a little bit special. I'm going to allow you guys to ask some questions. Drink my little water here. I'm also starting a Clubhouse. Hey, if you are on Clubhouse, join me. Going to try to figure out how to get people to join me. But anyways, people are going to be able to hear everything that's going on. I already see some of you guys here live. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can go on Facebook. See how we're going to do that. And I got Instagram right here. So you guys get the inside look if you're on if you are on YouTube. So I appreciate everybody here. Thank you so much. I already can see a few of you here. If you have Clubhouse, go ahead and follow me on Clubhouse. I am also live there. I still haven't figured out that platform. I will figure it out. Now I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, maybe I can do it this way, but it's going to be a little bit complicated if I do it that way. But guys, I'm trying to figure out how to do. Oh, and I want people to see my screen in there in the back. I want people to figure out how to do all of these different platforms. I'm trying to figure out the proper way to do. See, this is what I want. Okay, so give me thumbs up. This is going to be a special session for everyone here. Ask me anything, any question about real estate. You can write on the. If you see on the right hand side, there's a chat, and you can write in all your questions. I'm just bringing in something heavy here so I can put behind my other iPad so we can do a proper. And no, that's not working. Wow. Well, we're just gonna have to do what we have to do. We're just gonna have to do it anyways. There we go. Live on Facebook, Instagram. Great to see everyone. Woo! Ask Alfonso. Ask Alfonso is here. You guys are free to ask me all your questions, real estate related, non-real estate related. Whatever you want to see. I already see a few of you guys here. Now, this is what I'll ask. If you're on Clubhouse, you can come and follow me. I did set up a room. This will be my first time. I already see. Hey, how's it going? Everybody? I am on Facebook as well. Make sure to open up. Send me your questions. If I don't see it, maybe put it in again. Yes. Good afternoon. I see you guys on YouTube as well. So I'm live on all platforms here. I am live on all platforms. Good to see everyone here. If you have Clubhouse, you can go ahead and follow me on Clubhouse. I'm there as well. I'm trying to get the chat to open here on Facebook. I'm in the High Impact Business Exchange, but we are going to be talking real estate. Real estate gets real. Good afternoon. Yes, I see a lot of you on Instagram. Everybody on Instagram, thank you for joining. If you're on YouTube, I already can see a few of you live on YouTube. Make sure first of all, comment and let me know where you're coming from. Right? I see some people here from the UK. Thank you very much. I see some people are live here on YouTube. Thank you very much. And this won't take too long. I wanted to connect with everybody here. I'm also live on Clubhouse, which I still haven't figured out how this works. So let me see if I can invite all these people. I'm trying to figure out how this works. Okay, so pretty much I invite. Oh, that's how it works. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that for sure. So if you're on Clubhouse, make sure to go and follow me. There's a room available, and if you want to be part of this conversation, hey, no worries. Uh, hey, what's going on? Calgary is in the house. Calgary is in the house. Good to see you. Where else? Where else? Where else? I had the UK. Where in the UK specifically? Let me know. Let me know. See, I'm doing this here, but I don't know how to. Oh, see, I can hear someone coming in here, and now I don't know how to close. All right, Bradley. We're talking real estate, my man. What's going on?
I'm just sitting here. I got a couple of babies near me.
I heard that.
Few messages actually. I haven't used a lot of Clubhouse.
Hey, you know what? I'm just trying to figure it out. So the best way to figure anything out in life is just to do it. Uh, but I also got you live on everything else. So not only am I live here on Clubhouse, but I'm also live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we got people joining us from the UK. I saw Calgary, I saw Toronto. So we're international here, Bradley.
Now the pressure is on. What is this? I've been seeing all the buildings you've been putting out, man. Keep up the good work. Got a few investors lined up. Might have to hit you up.
Hey, let's connect. So what's going on in real estate world in your part from your part of the world?
Well, I'm in Toronto. For anyone who doesn't know me, had Alfonso on the show not too long ago. Good little chat.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Go check it out on YouTube. Shout out your channel here.
Sure. YouTube, you can find me at Watson Estates, and on podcasts, so Spotify, iTunes, you can find us at Toronto's #1 real estate podcast.
Yeah.
A lot of podcasts for Toronto real estate on iTunes. So we're having lots of fun. Actually, today we shot 2 guest interviews, and tomorrow I got 3 guest interviews. So those will be dropping in the coming weeks.
Excellent. And so tell us what's moving and shaking in the Toronto market.
We got a big kind of push back towards the city, noticing rents climbing up again. I think they're still about 10% below where they were at their highs, but pretty steady growth now. So it's good for any landlords out there to see those. I know a lot of people are kind of waiting for that number to hit back where it was, and then they can start jumping back into. So yeah, some people got a condo that they want to rent it out and move somewhere south, but they're waiting to make sure the numbers with the, how it is with Ontario tenants, it's very difficult to move them out. So they want to make the jump when it's at its peak. So we're starting to see a little bit of investors starting to come back. As far as the market goes, I mean, obviously prices are high. We've got a bit of a seasonal lull, but I saw a report from Zoocasa suggesting prices in the GTA are going to rise.
I also anticipate that. I think Toronto did what it had to do during the thick of things, like in the pandemic. But the big factor that people don't realize is immigration, and people all around the world, they want to come to Canada, and the first city that they want to go to is Toronto.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think a lot of the projections when COVID was happening, we were already bringing in 350,000 immigrants into Canada. With COVID, Trudeau said, you know what, we're going to double down, which we all kind of expected to power through COVID.
Yeah.
Nobody was expecting that it would be combined with massive increases in price and the demand being completely outstripped by supply shortages. So we've got a bit of a crisis now, and I would suggest we should wheel back our projections and for immigration to come into Canada, but who's going to do that, especially in an election? So the demand is just so strong, even outside of Toronto. The GTA,
oh yeah, all around.
Canada, markets that have historically had high vacancies, everybody's vacancies seem to be lower. Months of inventory is just tightening up across the board. So it's a good time to own an asset with inflation, with with the growth that we're seeing here included. We're seeing a lot of investors through COVID pushed further out faster.
Yeah.
So they come into these outskirt communities quicker, but it was a trend that was already there, just kind of sped up. And I think that jump has happened now, and I think people are just kind of going back to how it was. And in the meantime, people are more happy to move back to the workplace, following people back little by little. So people with transit growing and stuff, they want to be in the downtown core. And what we see from a rent perspective is we had rent going up like crazy in the outskirts and downtown dropping. But what we're seeing now is the downtown rent rates climbing and the outskirt communities, in some cases, coming down.
Yeah.
Actually, very few cases where it's not coming down. A lot of them are dropping. So we see that kind of flow in both the home ownership and on the rental side.
What? You're you're investing in multifamilies as well, right?
Yeah, I've done some of this more residential stuff, but we're moving into commercial now. I was actually running some stats on markets to figure out which ones I'm eyeing.
Yeah.
Second half of this year.
So I guess this would be a great discussion, because I know that everybody is preparing. If you've been investing for a while, we know there was some sort of a correction. We don't know when. No one has a crystal ball, but what are the things that you're doing just to kind of make sure that you could weather the storm?
So you're saying from a perspective of
a potential correction. Let's say we were to experience a potential correction. And maybe I'll share what I'm doing in my business, but I'm very interested what other people are doing, to weather the storm.
From where I'm sitting, I don't see a correction on the horizon, but I think you should always be correction proofing in a sense. So we can get into economics and why I don't think we're going to see much of a correction.
Yeah.
If anything, we've just seen the correction, what you just saw. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I think that's what it was. Let's say, having spoken with large investors, I think you need to be more aware of your tenants and who they are.
Yeah.
You need to know that they're COVID proof as well. They're not just, it's nice to have a government job, but look at Ottawa. As a perfect example of the ideal tenant, Ottawa took off. You got a highly educated group of people and government secured careers. Meanwhile, you got in the multifamily or commercial in general, you got tenants that are, we think we're good. You got a barber shop that should be fine, but then they don't like that. So that's, I guess, added an extra element of recession. So you can recession proof, but also kind of COVID proof your tenants. I tend to play in the, I'm generally a conservative guy. Anyways, I don't do a lot of student rentals. Look at those guys, the ups and the downs. I think
it scares me. It's scary. Some of the shiny stuff, I call it. You get like higher returns and the triple net rents and the Airbnbs and the student housing rooming house. You can get so much. You can make such a high return from such a one property, for example. But I've always stayed away. I've always just stuck to the multifamily. It just it makes sense for me. It's logical, right? And having seen this whole COVID thing kind of unfold, and you actually, you could see, I could see a world, where we're dealing with this every couple of years, and so
I know I can see the investment you're doing, and we're similar that way. In a recession, the safest thing, we just saw it. We saw it in 2008. The safest thing people do is they need housing. That's a requirement, just like you need toilet paper, and look at how that did, right? You need a place to live. So housing is the safest. And then in a high inflation period, having a fixed asset is the best position to be in. When things are good, your asset price goes up. When things aren't so good, they still need a place to live. And when everything else is struggling, it tends to be pretty recession proof. So I mean, are there markets I've talked to? Like, we do talk to some folks across, specifically, I've been talking to a bunch in Western Canada, and they've seen ups and downs. In some cases, you pick up a property with a 5-year horizon in mind, but when you got oil tanking, you look at, you got to be aware of the cards in your hand and make moves sometimes in communication with your partners to flex. And there is a bit of ebb and flow in some cases, but I mean, time is your best friend. So you can, even those guys could have waited it out. Look at the boom that's happening right now in oil and in Alberta, and there's a massive exodus even in Ontario to go to those provinces.
Do you think we're going to go? Do you think we're going back to oil, my man?
Well, we do see oil prices climbing, so it's a bit of a shining light for them. I wouldn't double down on oil production, personally. I mean, it's funny because we just saw the commodities are going out of whack. I mean, I don't know if anyone's following lumber. Lumber went way up. Everyone was joking, I got to start selling my deck, you can reuse wood and stuff. But if you actually look at where lumber is now, it's very low, lowest we've seen in a couple of years.